God, I actually cannot believe we're sitting here today doing this.
I know, it's our last Tortured Poets video.
In theory. I mean, you know, there may be one in the future, probably.
Yeah. And by that we mean next week, actually. There will be another Tortured Poets video, so just ignore that. Guys, you know that our first video after we did our reaction was us ranking the album and, you know, discussing our first initial thoughts on our favorites. And we thought, now that we've gone through the entire album, we've broken it down.
It's almost a year later. It's almost a year since the album came out.
We wanted to do that again and not look at our, you know, our ranking until the end to kind of compare
our original ranking,
how we feel about the ranking then and the ranking now.
Yeah.
And we also want to talk along the way about maybe how some songs might have changed for us and just the overall feeling of the album now that we've had it for a whole year.
Yes. So we're just sitting here figuring out our categories for the tier ranking. So originally our 4 categories that we chose were top 30 worthy as the best category, deeply concerning, superior, and need to fathom as the bottom category.
Is that really? We didn't have a 5th category?
No, we only did 4.
That's so funny of us. We don't have any negative category.
I know.
So on brand. We can't possibly say a bad thing.
So we're currently sitting here deciding whether or not we actually want to do 5 categories this time. And we've also decided that the last bottom category of need to fathom simply can't be a category because we have fathomed these songs now.
Absolutely. That can't be an excuse anymore.
No, I think we might just actually need to be a little bit brutal and just be like, no. Maybe we need a no category. Just N-A-U-R.
No. Oh my God, can I do that?
I don't know. I mean, nothing needs to go in it, but maybe we need it there as an option.
Should that be the bottom category?
I think it might be, it might need to be the bottom. Maybe the 4th category should be it's fine.
What about sometimes a skip?
Sometimes a skip. Okay.
Alrighty guys, let's get started. We're gonna go in order of the track list.
I honestly feel ill and I do just need to let you guys know as usual that we'll probably immediately disagree with ourselves after some of these rankings because it's so brutal and you just know how we feel about Taylor Swift songs.
It honestly is just...
It's never fun. I mean, it is fun, but it's actually not at the same time. I guess we're just starting with Fortnight, aren't we? We're starting with Fortnight.
I think I tried to play it cool with Fortnight because maybe it wasn't exactly what I was expecting from a collab with Taylor and Post, but I feel like everyone hates on Fortnight, and I'm here to say you're actually all wrong because there is actually something in this song. Over the year, I have gone back to it so much. For me, it's just a really good song. It's not top 30, but I think I'm going to put it in deeply concerning.
Yeah.
Because it's not a song that I would say is very, maybe not lyrically as special as the other songs on the album. And I think that if you're not a Post Malone fan, it might not be that special. But I think that it's sonic for me, that the love for this song. The way that she starts in that lower register and the way that it invites you into this album, I think it's so superior. I don't think it was the best lead single, and I said this when we ranked the lead singles, but I do like how it opens the album. I think that it's a very soft opening, and I'm so obsessed with the call and receive of I love you, ding, that little ding, and the way that her and Post kind of match each other there, and his backing vocals set the mood. I love the mood of Fortnight. It's not about the lyrics. Mood. It's so listenable to me.
It is. You know, I completely agree with everything that you said about the lyrics and also about the sound of it. For me, what I love about this song is more its mood and its vibe than I do the lyrics. But I do think that the way in which I do feel that this song doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, act as the best, maybe lead single for the album or just representation for the album, I think that gets me more than I actually like to admit. I just find it so on the storytelling side of things that I struggle to connect with it sometimes, especially compared to so many other songs on this album. So I am sorry, but for me, it's going to go in superior.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Fortnight.
I thought it was Fortnight is and I almost died.
No.
Okay, thank you.
So Fortnight is a superior song.
I wonder how...
But it is not one of my favorites.
Yeah, I wonder how people would have taken it if it wasn't the lead single, if it was just the album opener, if it was more of a favorite, an underrated favorite.
Now,
next,
the Tortured Poets department. I I have no idea. I cannot remember at all where I placed this song on my first ranking, but like, I need you to know that I am so obsessed with this song.
You
like,
are.
it has consistently been one of those songs for me since this album came out that like, I cannot get enough of it. Every single time it's on, I'm like, holy shit, this song is so good. I love the sound of it. I love the energy of it. I just feel like no other Taylor Swift song makes me feel the way that this song does. It's top 30 worthy.
Yes, I love that.
It is. I love it so much.
I really respect that. I think that it is a very special song and a very different song for Taylor. And I think it really cuts to the theme of the album in so many ways. Like the way that she's poking fun at this tortured poet trope is such an important element to understanding this album. It's the grit of the album that I really think we needed. Otherwise it would have been too serious.
It's an amazing song as a standalone song, but it also is so incredibly integral to the entire album. It is fundamental to this track list.
I agree. I think for that reason, for me, I am going to put it in Deeply Concerning as well, but I do feel that this one could move. Now, the third track, My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, I want to let go of this song and be like, oh, it's just, it's mid, but I can't.
Yeah, it's that good.
It won't let me.
It's that good.
It will not let me. I have to keep listening to it. What the fuck did she put in that hook?
I don't know. And we've said this consistently. We may have even said it in our very first ranking. Like, literally, there was something about this song on the day that we reacted to the album that, like, it kind of was like the first song that we remembered the hook of. It was the first song that we actually started singing around the house after we turned the camera off.
Yeah.
It was the first song that we were like singing and then looked at each other and we were like, wait, this song's really good. No, my boy, fucked up song.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Look, I know where I feel it needs to go. I'm obsessed with this song, but it's not top 30 worthy for me. So I am going to put it in Deeply Concerning.
I do think it just has to go in Deeply Concerning as well, but it is going to go to the front because My Boy is closer to my top songs on this album than Fortnight.
Yeah, nice. I respect
really
that.
respect your restraint.
There's some movement
just like-
happening here. You're just like one category. One category
I mean,
only.
the whole album is Deeply Concerning. What the fuck do you want me to do with Down Bad? I feel the same about this song. It's so fucking superior and I can't stop listening to it.
Wait, so you feel the same as in it's not top 30 worthy, but it's not underneath any of those first three songs?
No, I think that My Boy is my preference over Down Bad. But, I really had a moment with Down Bad there for like a month where I couldn't stop listening to it. How do you expect me to skip the beginning few chords?
I know. Yeah. The intro is really
that
great.
little tick gets me every fucking time. I can't skip it. And then I just start... What is this album without Down Bad?
I think we all know now how deeply fucked up I was when I fathomed that this was an alien abduction metaphor. That did not at all occur to me.
Yeah.
In the first few listens of this song. So that really fucking got me, I will say that.
Yeah.
Controversially, however, I just don't feel like Down Bad has ever really been for me.
No, I agree with this.
Like, it's like, I think it's amazing. I very rarely skip it and I do love it. But it's just not an Emily song.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So for that reason...
Yeah.
I think I'm going to put it in the superior category.
Yeah.
But I do think I prefer Fortnight. So I think I'm going to put it after Fortnight.
I'm going to put it in superior as well, for now.
I was listening to Down Bad this week and I was just really thinking about how, like, because we only just broke down Peter. And naturally we were talking about how, like, it feels like there was this promise made between Taylor and Maddie over many, many years that, like, one day they'd be together and all of that. And then I was listening to Down Bad again and I was like, wow, it's really quite profound that she's just like, fuck it, if I can't have him, I might just die. It would make no difference. Because if she has genuinely spent 10 years of her life with him in the back of her mind, thinking that he might be the person that she ends up with, and then it didn't work out, like, I can totally see how she's just like, I might just die. Like, literally, what's the difference? What's the point? Like, if I've always been able to cling to him and now I can't, I cannot see a point.
Yeah.
And just like that really hit me this week in a way that I feel like I fathomed that, but I hadn't felt it like that before.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's a lot.
It is a lot. I think Down Bad just has so many facets, really. Like, I think it's a really versatile song. A lot of the songs on this album are like that, but I think that the casualness and being like, fuck it, like, she's so free with how she's talking, but the the devastation in the bridge when she can't even complete the how dare you say that it's like that is so fragile and so beautiful. But it is the production, and I blame Jack Antonoff for me not being able to decide how I feel about some of these songs, because sometimes it is, you know, I can see that lyrics are just superior, but I think that we talk so much about the lyrics that sometimes it's hard to talk about production because it's just a feeling. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I just groove to this. It speaks to my soul. Jack Antonoff speaks to my soul.
Yeah. And this is why we will not tolerate any Jack Antonoff slander.
No.
Jack Antonoff is integral. Now, So Long London. No, So Long London is such an incredibly fucked up good song.
It is.
Like, it is just...
It's too good, actually.
The emotion that is held in that song is... Again, unlike anything that another Taylor Swift song has ever made me feel before.
Yeah,
she's never written a song like this. It's sad, but it's also angry, and it's like mournful, and it's like maybe even a little bit regretful for staying so long. And it's just so
everything.
complicated and so complex and so, can I say, sonically, it feels grey, like London.
I agree.
Like, it literally feels like London. I can't explain it, but it's actually perfect.
It's perfect.
And it also is so perfect for where I feel like, with all the songs that we have about that story, that relationship, like, it makes so much sense to me that this is the sound and the energy that we kind of end on, in a way.
Yeah.
Like, it's just perfect for what it is.
I think for me it is that layer of complexity, not just saying goodbye to a person, but a place, but a life, but a home. I can't believe she managed to do that.
And if you haven't experienced that feeling before, maybe it can be hard to grasp the feeling that she's conveying, but that... Of course it's different from any other Taylor Swift song before.
Exactly. And how different that feeling is to a lot of the other kind of loves that she's written about, which is more this like maybe fleeting or quick or longing love that she had with Maddie. Like, that's why I think So Long London is such a gem, because amongst all of these other different kind of heartbreak songs we've gotten on this album, this one is the one that I needed to hear from her. I mean, you know how I feel about this. I mean, it's top 5 on the album for me. It's top 30 worthy, 100%.
When we say top 30 worthy, we do mean top 30 of Taylor's entire discography, obviously. And so when I think about only 30 songs, I'm like, there's just so many songs that I'm so obsessed with Taylor that, like, I...
But that's why it's top 30 worthy. It's not I mean, like, I haven't...
It's not necessarily in the top 30.
I haven't actually done my top 30 and put So Long London in there, but I feel like it definitely could make it.
It's very hard. But I do think I need to put it at the top of Deeply Concerning.
Okay.
I think that is how I feel. If I'm being really truthful and brutal, I do think that maybe I feel that way.
But Daddy, I love him. Now, I actually have something controversial to say about this.
Oh my God.
I think that this song may have dropped for me a little bit.
Okay. Yes.
I think that because it's so metaphorical, sometimes I don't feel like I can relate to it. I think I can look at But Daddy I Love Him as a sonic and lyrical masterpiece and really appreciate it from afar. But I don't feel like I always need to be listening to it like some of these other songs.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure where to place this one because it's been a hard one for me to fully understand my relationship with. But at first I was like, oh my God, it might be top 5 on the album.
Yeah.
And now I'm not feeling that way. So I think it's going to go in Deeply Concerning, but maybe at the end.
I respect that. I respect that. I love But Daddy I Love Him. I think the fact that it kind of has all of those elements that make up an amazing Taylor Swift song, like it's got the bridge and like kind of like a third verse and like an outro, and like the fact that she's basically just like fuck you,
so
like all of it.
Pretty. I love the sound of it.
Yeah. And it's that too. There's something sonically that is so nostalgic because it does kind of feel like a Fearless song.
Yeah.
That makes me feel attached to it.
Yes. I get that.
Which I think is what makes it difficult for me to understand my relationship with it, because
that's
when
what
I
I feel
listen
that
to
way
it,
too.
I'm like, it's like I feel about that song in the same way that I feel about a song like The Way I Loved You. I feel like I've always known, But Daddy I Love Him.
Yeah.
But I do think that what you just said about like maybe needing to listen to it less than some of the other songs I maybe resonate with. I think when I do listen to it, I'm like, holy fuck, this is the best song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
But I think that there are songs I yearn for.
Yeah, same.
More than
Same.
But Daddy I Love Him.
Like, I don't feel like I get in my car and I'm like, I might die if I don't listen to But
But
Daddy I Love Him.
yeah.
Whereas I do feel
Yeah.
that about Soul in London. And
Yeah.
I do feel that so far in these songs. I feel that about Soul in London. I feel that about My Boy. It's actually concerning how often I feel like that with
Yeah.
My Boy. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
somebody play me My Boy.
I feel that way about the Tortured Poets department,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
if I get in my car and that's the mood I'm in, I'm like, I literally cannot listen to anything else.
Yeah,
Like, it
yeah,
needs
yeah.
to be that song or I will pass away and have a car crash. So anyway, But Daddy I Love Him, I think I'm going to put it in Deeply Concerning. I think I'm going to put it behind Soul in London, but before My Boy. Yeah. Because I can't detach from it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, but for now, that's where it's going.
That's fair. Okay, Fresh Out the Slammer. Now, you know, when I'm in the mood for Fresh Out the Slammer, this bitch hits hard.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
She is a good song. But I think that I've come to terms with, you know, I'm fine for it to sit somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't feel like vomiting or crying when I'm like, this isn't my favorite song on the Tortured Poets department. You know, because some of the other songs I really feel upset by not saying that.
It's just such a body kind of thing.
It is.
It's just how I feel. So I'm actually going to put that in Superior behind Down Bad.
Cool. I think when we first ranked this song, I was sort of just like, oh, I don't know how I feel. I think with time, I have come to realize that I really hesitate to say this. I think it disappoints me.
Okay. Yeah.
And the reason for that is because I actually think the bulk of the song is so superior. The outro
you don't
really
like,
lets
yeah.
me down. I cannot pinpoint what it is, but I do not like the outro. And it makes me upset because if I felt differently about the outro, I actually think it has potential to be one of my favorite songs on the album.
Yeah.
But I literally won't listen to it sometimes because I don't want to listen to the outro. The way it shifts, I really can't stand it. I don't know why I feel so passionately about that. But when it starts like boom, boom, and it's got that like twang. Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the pace of the verses. Like, holy shit.
And how she's low in the first chorus and then high in the second chorus.
Yes.
Superior.
Like, I actually just feel completely differently about two halves of the song.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult for me to rank, but because I know I skip it sometimes because of the outro, it's not one of my favorites. And that's why it's disappointing.
So
it really makes me upset.
Sometimes it's a skip.
How scandalous. I don't know. I think I might put it at the end of Superior because I do just love the bulk of it so much.
I think that's why for me it's sitting in Superior because, you know, sometimes songs are just like they're so good in one part and then maybe in another part they don't quite get there for you. And I think that's why it's really special when you have a song like Ivy or August where just every single part
Everything
gets
is
better
amazing.
and better and better and better. And that's why for us those songs are like our top songs.
Yeah.
And so I think that's okay. You know, sometimes that just happens. And for me, it's sitting kind of in the middle for that reason.
Yeah.
Florida. Now, I am here to say that Florida was under the radar for me, and I need to actually give it the credit it deserves.
Yeah.
I fucking love this song. It's only gotten better for me over time. There's something about Florence's second verse that really wraps me in, but then the bridge is... Holy shit, the bridge is so invigorating, I feel. And I find myself listening to it a lot. And so I'm actually going to put Florida just beneath Down Bad in Superior. Because I feel like it's in the top half of the album for me.
Yeah, nice. I love that. I definitely have moments with Florida, but Florida's not for me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Ducky. I know this. There's something about you and I that the second you say, oh my God, it's my favorite song ever, I just know it's not mine. Because we have polar opposite Taylor Swift rankings.
Where you feel like it's still like number one, number two for you?
It's number two.
Number two.
Yeah.
What's number one?
The Smallest Man.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. And I am sorry, but it's going and sometimes it's a skip.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not for me. It is not for me. That's all I can say.
No, I
all I can
understand.
say.
I do understand. Wow, this is not changed at all.
That is number one. That is number fucking one. Number fucking one. Everything about it's amazing.
Classic
Yep,
movie.
yep.
The melodies, the change in the
Yep.
second chorus,
It's
the vibes,
it's an electric guitar song. It's the fucking guitar. It's
It
like
is.
the closest thing to like soft rock that we
Yes.
have on this album. It's so fucking good.
Oh my god, it's too good. Guilty as Sin actually shouldn't be allowed. I actually just
I'm ill every time I listen
kind of
to
forget sometimes that it even can be compared to the other songs on this album. That's how far it kind of goes outside of its
I completely
realm
agree.
for me.
It's like up here.
It's so- it's so
really
far.
up here.
Yeah.
Oh my
It is
god.
100% in my top 30. Like, it's not even a question.
No, it actually is.
Yeah.
Like, I know this
yeah, it's a
about
fact.
Guilty as Sin. It's in there.
Now, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me is a really interesting one because I think when this song first came out and we first broke it down, I think I did say it's definitely in my top 5. And I'm not sure if I still agree with that. I think it's just...
Top 5 on this album.
Yeah, top 5 on this album. I think I'll have to see as I go along here, but I feel like it might have tapered down. I think, once again, it's one of those songs that when I'm really in the mood and when I feel very called also to be like connecting with Taylor's story,
Yeah.
or just in that powerful kind of mood,
Yeah.
I think it's such a perfect song for that, and it is so important for her in her discography.
It is. Yeah.
But maybe similar to like But Daddy I Love Him, like at first I was like, holy shit, this is the best song I've ever heard, and it is, but it might have dropped a little bit for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, where to put it, I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Well, I think that on first listen, you definitely had a stronger reaction to it. I think its importance to Taylor's story is the thing that really fucking gets me with this song. Like,
Yeah.
any song that so deeply goes into how she feels, especially about her role in the industry and like how she's been treated and things like that, like things outside of romance, like I can't help but just feel like that's so important, and I respect it too deeply and I love it too much
Yeah.
because you're telling us this. Like, thank
Yeah.
you so much. I think though that like it's just not my favorite to listen to always.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it at the end of Superior.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put it in Deeply Concerning, and I'm gonna put it after
Why do I feel
Fortnight.
like you did this last time? Like every song was just in the second category.
Look, bitches, I'm here doing a ranking for you, okay? So if you want me to rank, sometimes I'm just gonna have
funny.
to tell you it's all too superior.
Yeah, that feels right for you.
Yeah. I Can Fix Him.
Oh yes, I Can Fix Him.
I feel like I could happily put this in Sometimes It's a Skip and not feel too upset by this. I think
Yeah,
that it's a
I
good
agree.
song and the electric guitar is really nice, but I don't always feel like I need to listen to this song.
I feel the same. Yeah, I feel the same. I think I'm going to put it in Sometimes It's a Skip.
Yeah.
And I am going to put it after Florida because I do find myself listening to Florida a lot more.
Yeah.
And I do think that's because I think Florida is a lot more of a complex and like lyrically and sonically interesting song
Yeah.
that I Can Fix Him. Normally, her shorter songs, I'm a little bit just like,
Yeah.
like it's not giving me enough.
Yeah.
So that's how
fair.
I feel about that
That's fair.
song.
LOML. Now, I think I put this in Yet to Fathom when I first ranked it because I really did have to fathom this
Wow,
song.
yeah.
And I knew it was deeply superior and I just knew I hadn't fully wrapped my head around it yet. And it is
I am very
deeply,
intrigued by your
deeply-
ranking with this one.
It is deeply, deeply, deeply superior. I think I'm going to put it in Deeply Concerning, and I'm going to put it in between Who's Afraid of Little Old Me and the Torture Poets Department.
Nice. I think that LOML is one of those songs that, like, despite how I feel about it, will forever completely understand why it's not some people's favorites. I mean, I think any song that is that sad
Yeah.
and slow, I totally get why some people are just going to be like, maybe it's too sad to listen to, or maybe it's boring. Like,
Yeah.
some people might just feel that way. I totally understand that. But the melodies and also just how incredibly poetic the lyrics are fucked me up from the first listen. It is top 30 worthy, but I am going to put it number 3.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That song has never dropped for me.
Yeah.
I love it so
It
much.
is, especially the outro. Like, I just think that those are some of the best lyrics she's literally ever written.
Yeah.
I also am just looking at this and I've already got something that I feel that I need to do.
Oh, please.
And it's really quite
Yes.
controversial. So I think that I am going to drop But Daddy I Love Him to here.
Okay.
In
Look,
between Florida and Fresh Out the Slammer. I think Down Bad I do prefer, and that's just how I feel. So I'm feeling good about this ordering so far.
I am offended, but I also understand.
Thank you.
I do think that makes sense for you, so
Yeah.
I will respect it.
Yeah. Ooh, I can do it with a broken heart.
Oh, yes.
Just do not feel passionately about this song.
No, neither do I.
It's
I really
fine.
don't.
I
I'm
like
so
her.
sorry.
She's cute. She's a bop.
Honestly, like, this is gonna be controversial, but, like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, it just never really did that much for me,
No.
honestly. And I think I really wanted it to.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, you clocked from the very beginning of seeing the name of this song that it would probably be about the Eras Tour. And it was. And I think that that connection to the Eras Tour was like, holy fuck, I love that
Yeah.
concept so much. I want to love it more.
But I wanted it
But
to be
I
like
don't.
a long live kind of song.
Yeah,
not
it's
like
not- Yeah.
fuck my life, I have to get up and perform every night.
Yeah.
Which I think is relatable for so
Yeah.
many people, and it's a great song.
I'm very glad she gave us this song.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important for the album because I do think that knowing that her relationship with Maddie was something that happened, it started and ended whilst in that sort of early leg of the Eras Tour. I think that incorporating the Eras Tour performances into her having to deal with this heartbreak is a perfect thing to do and so integral to the story
Yeah.
from her own experience. But like, I don't like the production that much. Like,
Yeah.
at the beginning, it's not, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Mastermind.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Mastermind stan
Yeah.
either.
I prefer Mastermind, but yes, I understand.
The melody is kind of doesn't do really much. Like, I'm a real turkey. Like, I don't.
It's very monotonous.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's just never done it for me.
I think that it serves its purpose absolutely on the album, but it's not my personal.
I really don't listen to it.
Yeah.
Actually, when I think about it,
Is it
I
a
really
no
don't
for
listen
you?
to it. No, it's not a no.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put it in.
It's not a no.
Sometimes it's a skip, but I'm gonna put it after I Can Fix Him because I do think I prefer I Can Fix Him.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the same. Yeah. No, I think that it's hard because like every song is like I completely understand and I do think is completely offensive, but like
There's so many songs on this album that I just feel so passionately about, hence all of them being deeply concerning, that when there's one that I just don't feel that passionately about, I'm like, oh, I have to use this opportunity to put it down a bit. Not a personal fave.
no, I agree.
Now, The Smallest Man That Ever Lived, I feel like I'm going to offend so many people by saying this because it's also not one of my favorites. And I think sometimes it's a skip. Ducky, I'm so sorry. I know this is your number one on the album. And probably a lot of you guys watching as well. And I think that it's such a validating song for people that might relate to it and just like want that anger. And like there's so many great lyrics and the bridge is ranty as hell.
Yeah.
It's just not my song.
Yeah. I do agree. I think that the bridge outro is incredible and like obviously we love a long ranty Taylor Swift bridge. But I just think that, yeah, overall it just isn't for me. I do think it's superior and I do listen to it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to put it in superior. Like I
Okay.
do listen to it more than the songs that I've put into Sometimes It's a Skip, but I'm not like obsessed with it. Maybe I just haven't had my moment with it. I don't know.
Yeah, see, like a year is still, there's definitely still time to have moments with these songs.
Yeah.
After this year, I've really just noticed that it's not a song that I feel like, yeah, I always want to play, or that when it comes on, I'm like, absolutely, I need to listen to this song. It's just not one of those ones that's really been, I haven't had a moment
Yeah.
with it. I think there's pretty much every other song that I'm not going to put in that category. I've had like weeks where I'm like, I
That's
need
all
to
I'm
listen
listening
to
to.
that song.
Totally, yeah.
And that hasn't happened with The Smallest Man. So I'm
Yeah.
going to put it in Sometimes It's a Skip in between I Can Fix Him. I've had more of a moment with I Can Fix Him, honestly.
Yeah. I'm going to put it at the end of Superior.
Yeah.
Because I do really like it. It's just not, it's not my song, you
Yeah.
know? We're actually being pretty brutal with this. And I actually think it's kind of maybe necessary for an album like this. Like, I think we just need to be brutally honest about how we feel. And like, honestly, like some of these songs, like obviously I am offended by where I'm ranking them. But like at the same time, I'm just sort of like, I actually just think that we need to.
Yeah.
I really need to just be honest. I actually with myself.
Yes.
And look, that does bring us to the Alchemy.
Well, the Alchemy.
The Alchemy has never been for me. I felt this way at the beginning. I feel this way today. You tried to get me onto it.
I did, yeah.
At one point, you tried to reframe the aesthetic of it in my mind as like a dark, sexy nighttime song.
Yeah.
And like that helps. The Alchemy is not for me.
You know, I think that the Alchemy is an interesting one because it doesn't feel personal. This one's got a vagueness. It's got a lot of metaphors.
Yeah.
And so I think that sometimes it can be hard to really grasp the song. I think I'm going to put it in Superior at the end. I've had moments with it, but it's not a favorite.
I just have a really hard time with the fact that she's trying to convince me that's a love song. Like it's so not the right vibe in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't translate for me as an energy.
Well, I think that's why the people that think that it's a Maddie song feel kind of strongly about that, because it's like
the energy matches a little.
Yeah. And it's almost like it's not actually that positive and happy because it didn't really work out.
I think it's hard because like she's obviously like she like when she was singing it at the Eras tour, she kind of was very happy, and like it was like sometimes the nights that Travis was in the audience, and then you know she also changed the very first song that plays after she goes off stage from Maroon to the Alchemy once Tortured Poets came out. Like it's obviously a very strong like important song for her, which would make sense because it's relevant to the man she's dating.
Yeah.
I know how Taylor Swift writes a love song, and it's not the Alchemy. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's going and sometimes it's a skip. I'm sorry.
Can I ask though, like, do you feel like you get the same energy from songs like Dress or not at all?
Not at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Not at all.
No.
Dress, the story she's conveying is so much more potent to me. And Dress is like the perfect blend of like this sexy, oh, maybe it could be a little surface level. Maybe we do just want something casual. And then you get to the bridge and it's like,
really
you
vulnerable.
have changed my life.
Yeah, I agree.
The Alchemy doesn't even touch Dress. Are you kidding?
I agree.
Dress is so superior.
Dress is so superior.
No, I'm
actually
sorry.
Concerning. Dress is such a dark horse, I feel. Like, I feel like that song just gets better with age. Like, every year I'm like, what if Dress is my favorite song on Reputation?
No, I get it. I honestly get it.
And
that would
if
be,
we let that happen?
That would be a respectable choice. No, Dress is really that good.
It's so good.
Dress is really that good.
Going to die.
When we get Taylor's version.
What do you mean that's an option?
No, I know.
Dress, Taylor's version?
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
I'm welling up.
She's welling, everyone. She's welling.
You think I've embarrassed myself on the internet before? You've seen nothing. You've honestly seen nothing. Like, All Too Well 10 reaction? Just put her to sleep, because who am I going to become when Reputation comes out?
I don't know. I'm actually scared for that day for your well-being. I mean, I'm scared for both of our well-being, but I am particularly scared for yours.
Yeah, you survived 1989. Yeah, I have to survive Reputation.
You can survive Rep. All right. Clara Bow. Deeply concerning song. Yeah. What? Oh my God. I'm immediately putting it in deeply concerning.
Yeah.
But I am going to put it maybe... Ooh. I think that maybe I listen to My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys a little bit more. So I'm going to put it at the end of Deeply Concerning. But that's a fucked up song.
It's a really hard one to rank, because I think that I probably would put it in a similar spot to Down Bad. And so that makes me think, like, do I want to move Down Bad up to Deeply Concerning?
Okay.
I might need to do that.
Okay. Yep.
I might need to do that. I might need to put Down Bad here, and then I might need to put Clara Bow in between, like that. Oh yeah, that feels good. That feels good.
I'm actually feeling really good about my ordering right now. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I agree.
Yeah.
I do actually agree with the order I've got everything in right now.
I'm feeling really good as well now that I just did that. That makes me feel real good. I think I had to let go of But Daddy I Love Him, and that's really hard for me to do, but I actually think I need to be honest with myself and let that happen.
Sometimes it feels good to just be honest with yourself.
It does feel good. It does feel good. Yeah, it does feel good.
Okay, we're up to the anthology tracks. The Black Dog is starting us off naturally.
Yes.
I really had a fathoming when we broke this song down.
Yeah, same.
And I think that it probably won't ever be like one of my favorites on this album, but I do really love this song.
Yeah. I think that I will have moments with this song and will enjoy this song, but like you said, it will never be my favorite on the album, but I absolutely can appreciate that it's superior and very important. I think I'm going to put it after Fresh Out the Slammer.
I think I'm going to put it at the beginning of Superior.
Nice.
which does mean I prefer it to Fortnight, but I actually think I feel good about that.
I just don't know if you.
That's why I
just
said
don't know
controversially.
if you feel that way.
No, I think I do.
Okay.
I do. In this moment, I do.
Yeah.
Subject to change, but today I feel that way.
Now, I've been really looking forward to talking about this song because
Yes.
I'm Gonna Get You Back has really grown for me. I think
Yeah.
that really reminds me of songs like Dress and Wildest Dreams in the way that she kind of goes up at the end of the chorus. I think that melody and the lyrics that she uses in that kind of post-chorus, end of the chorus, and in the bridge.
Ha, ha,
Hear the whispers in your eye.
yeah, that's
That
fucked up, that
sends
bit.
me to the heavens.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to put it in Deeply Concerning right after My Boy.
Wow, slay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've really had to accept that this needs to come right the fuck up.
Yeah, fair.
And it needs to get its flowers.
This is one of those songs that I have no memory of how I felt about it at the beginning, right? The way I feel, if my memory serves correctly, is that it probably hasn't changed. And that is that I really like this song, but it's not a favorite.
Yeah.
But I do love it. And that bit also has fucked me up since the beginning of time. I do think I'm putting it in superior. I just don't know if it's going before or after the Black Dog.
Yeah, you know, I don't know how you feel about this song. I think that I don't feel like you really ever like talk about it. So I think that it just kind of but this is what I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're appreciating it enough.
Yeah.
Because I think that when we listen to it, we all agree that it's very, very good. It's very, very good. But then we're like, oh, you know, it's just I'm gonna get you back, you know.
No, but it's not just
But
I'm going to get you back,
It's
though.
not. It's actually fucking
No.
superior.
No, it is. It is.
I fear that it's getting the dress treatment. I feel that people are like, oh yeah, you know, dress. No, dress. And I'm going to get you back. I'm here to advocate. I think we all need to reflect.
It is really good. I'm going to put it behind the Black Dog for now, but this is the first time I've actually been like, I don't know about that placement. So I will maybe revisit that.
We'll have to ponder it, yeah.
The Albatross. Oh my God. Another song that really fucking grew for me after we broke it down. I think that like, it's so funny because I knew a lot of the bits and pieces that we discussed in the Albatross in our breakdown video, but it's like I couldn't retain that information.
Yeah.
It's like this song has been written in a way that like I can't remember all the different meanings and things. So
When
like
you're
every
listening
time
to
I
it.
read it, it would like be left in one ear out the other.
Yeah.
And then I'd listen to it and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I just immediately lose its meaning.
Yeah.
But I think having the space to sit down and really talk about it all really fucked me up. And I love this song so much more than I have for many a month after this album came out. It's really, really grown for me now. I think the Albatross is going in Deeply Concerning, but I'm going to put it at the end. There. Yes.
Oh my God. I
Yes.
never that you felt this way.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, the Albatross has really grown.
I think that for me, it absolutely did have a moment of fathoming it, and I do really like this song, but I'm still going to be brutal with it, and I'm going to say that sometimes it's still a skip for me, and I'm just not sure if it's ever going to be one of my favorites.
Sure.
So I'm going to put it at the top of sometimes it's a skip, because
Okay,
I
fair.
do think I prefer it to the other ones.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I might hate myself for that tomorrow, but we'll see.
Chloe,
Chloe,
or
Sam,
Sam,
Sophia,
Sophia,
or
or
Marcus. This song is, dare I say, deeply concerning.
Yeah, you know, this song has been interesting for me because it's been one of those songs I think over the last year that has surprised me that I deeply need to listen to it more than I thought I would need to listen to it when this album came out. Like I need this song so desperately.
It's such a beautiful song. The piano, the melodies, the meaning, the lyrics are just so beautiful, and she's managed to capture a longing in this song that I fear only Peter captures. Like I feel like they're the two ones that just capture these very specific feelings that are just so beautiful.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'm going to put it in Deeply Concerning at the end.
I think I'm going to put it in top 30 worthy. I'm going to put it at the end of top 30 worthy for now. I do just love it that much.
But how did it end?
Oh, golly.
I know,
I definitely
this is so
put this in
hard.
top 30 worthy when we first
I might
ranked
have
it.
as well, but I do feel that might have dropped for me.
This isn't going to make any sense. I don't feel like it's dropped for me, but I think other songs have grown for me, which makes it appear like it's dropped.
Yes, I agree.
Even though it actually hasn't.
That's how I feel. That is
Yeah.
how I feel. It's. I do feel the same about it, but it's just maybe I've fathomed my likability for other songs.
Yeah. So I think I might be inclined to put it in deeply concerning. Because if we're potentially capping how many songs can go in top 30 worthy, then I do think I need to be honest with the fact that it maybe wouldn't make my top 30 overall Taylor Swift songs, but I love it so much. Oh, what do I like more? So Long London or How Did It End? I think I like So Long London more.
The 2 track 5 Joe songs.
I know. I think I want to put it after So Long London.
Yeah. Look how many more I have in deeply concerning.
I know.
But that's okay because your end of the album is this end, so that
I
makes
have
sense.
so many songs coming up that like are deeply high.
I'm gonna put. This hurts me. This really does. I don't like it, but I fear it has to happen out of fairness to the balance of the album. I think it's gonna go at the top of Superior.
I respect it. So you feel that today you like Chloe et al. More than you like How Did It End?
Oh God.
I know it's so hard.
Why would you say that?
I'm sorry. I'm asking you because that's how you've got it arranged, and so I just wanted to like reiterate if that feeling is true for you.
I don't know. Oh God. Oh God. No, you might be right. I might need to swap those two. Yeah, thank you.
That's okay.
I think I do feel that way.
I feel like I've
How
heard
did
you
it
talk
end?
about how did it end more.
How?
How did it end?
Oh my God,
It's a
and the
fucked up
Joe
song.
songs. Like, I just relate to the Joe content.
Yeah,
guys.
me too. Yeah.
I don't relate to the Maddie content as much. Like, the
No.
Joe songs just, they cut me. They get me.
No.
Yeah.
No. I've never had an experience in my
No,
life
neither.
like her experience with Maddie Healy, so they
neither.
don't penetrate quite the same way.
But dating a boring man that drags you along for too
Oh
long.
my God. Had
That's
too many of
relatable.
them. Oh my God. There are many a long-term relationship
Depressed?
I should have left
Depressed,
earlier.
man?
No. Okay, so high school. Yes. Oh.
Guys, I'm just a basic bitch. I don't know what you want from me. It's going into the top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that good. It's just that good.
I can't. It's so good.
It's so good. It's
I
so good.
I will never not get the biggest serotonin boost in my brain. It's chemical when she says, Akata isn't that sweet.
Oh.
Pull me to the back seat. No, it's the no one's ever had me. Not like you.
No.
The melody? Fuck, I just can't. It's actually too good.
So High School is still in my top 30 worthy, but I feel the same about it as I feel about How Did It End, in the sense that I might have fathomed my love for other songs that maybe go slightly above it.
Yeah.
Even though So High School hasn't dropped. So I'm going to put it at the end of top 30 worthy.
Okay, thank you. Oh, God, I did need it to be there.
Yeah, oh no, it's in there. It's in there. It's that good.
Okay,
it's that
great.
good.
Woo! Okay, next up we have I Hate It Here.
Yes,
Now, what are
yes,
you
we
going to
do.
do with this, Dal? One of your faves.
Yeah, so I Hate It Here is one of my faves. It has always been one of my faves. I know I definitely put it in top 30 worthy the first time we ranked it. I have found, though, that over the last year, I find that I don't feel like listening to it as much as I feel like listening to some other songs that have grown for me.
Yes.
So I think if I'm being completely honest, I maybe wouldn't say it's top 30 worthy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
However, my placement of So Long London is really throwing me, actually. Now that we've started getting to the anthology tracks, I'm really questioning how I feel about So Long London,
Yeah.
because I'm thinking about the fact that How Did It End and I Hate It Here were both in my
Yeah,
top
but
30
So
worthy
Long
originally.
London wasn't.
So Long London wasn't. I'm pretty sure I put
But
it
it's
in deeply
okay
concerning.
to realise the superiority of So Long London.
Yeah.
Because it is.
I hate it here. But So Long London is that bitch. But now I'm like, which do I prefer? Is it How Did It End or I Hate It Here? I think that maybe I listen to How Did It End a little more. So I think I'll put it behind
Yeah. That feels good. That feels good.
But I do think that I love it. It's so special in a way that I don't know if I actually do feel about But Daddy I Love Him. Like I love But Daddy I Love Him, but I actually think I love But there's something
So I
like
hate
deep
it
in
here.
my bones
Yeah.
about I hate it here.
Well, that's what's funny about But Daddy I Love Him. It's like it's such a good song objectively.
Yes.
But I think sometimes that personal connection to a song does have to override that. And I think that's why I've had to let But Daddy I Love Him go down a bit, because it's just not as personal
yeah.
as some of the other songs.
Yeah.
I Hate It Here, I think, is a really, really superior song, but you know, it's not one of my favorites, I've come to realize. I think I'm gonna put it, oh no, I do think I prefer it to Fresh Out the Slammer. I'm gonna put it in between But Daddy I Love Him and Fresh Out the Slammer.
I think that feels right for you.
Because I love those songs. They're just not.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aimee. I know you're gonna talk this one up, so I'll be the brutal one here.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna put this in sometime. No. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna put it in Sometimes It's a Skip.
I feel like that does
After
make sense for you.
I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can.
I love Thank You, Aimee. We all know this. But once again, I do think that there has been songs that I have come to love more. Oh God, it's just such a good song though. I just love the chorus melody. I love how petty she is, and I just love this song. I think I'm gonna put it at the end of Deeply Concerning.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I think that some people feel like Thank You, Aimee is like a bit of a tired concept. Like we've heard a lot about it because it's about like the Kim Kardashian stuff. And I just don't agree with that take. Like I don't feel like we've ever really had a song like Thank You, Aimee.
I agree.
I think that she's been angry about what Kim and Kanye have done, but I don't think that we've ever had such a healing song about that experience, and particularly about Kim. I mean, what other song can we say is actually about Kim Kardashian? Like,
no, you can't. It does feel like the very first song she's ever written that we know for a fact is about her. And I think you're exactly right. Like, the way in which she can acknowledge that you literally ruined my life, but I also know that I wouldn't be on the path that I'm on without you, and I like this path, is relevant. And I think that you can only have that perspective with time passed from a situation. And I think the way that she's framed it as like the high school bully, I think is something she's never done before.
Yeah.
I don't think that like you could say that This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things has the energy of you talking to your high school bully. I don't think you could say that about Mad Woman or anything like that.
The same level of closure.
No.
And This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things is definitely more about Kanye. Mad Woman is definitely about Scooter and his wife and stuff. I don't feel like we've ever had a song like this, so I don't really get how it could be a tiring concept.
Maybe.
Especially coming after she's had the Eras tour for a few months.
Yeah.
Like, I think that this song is more about a celebration of that in my mind as well. So I think it's a really great part of this album. I would love to know how you guys are feeling about Thank You, Aimee.
Yeah.
Let us know down below. I Look in People's Windows. Now, this is a song that I fear I had a real fathoming when we broke it down and really appreciated a lot of elements that I hadn't fully understood before, or maybe just overlooked it because it was a short song.
Yeah.
And I think it's a beautiful song.
It is a beautiful song.
I think I'm going to put it in Superior. Oh, no, I'm going to put it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the imagery I get with this song. It's giving Polar Express, and I just love it so much. I love that like cold train 1940s kind of Christmassy winter energy that I get from it.
Oh my God. Remember when people commented on our breakdown saying that they think that it's about her scrolling on social media and that's what the windows
that was
are?
such an interesting take, and I definitely see how that's an interesting one, but I think the imagery, like the lyrics she's chosen to put into this song, she's intentionally diverting the imagery you get in this song away from looking at a phone.
I agree. I really liked looking at it from that perspective, but I don't agree with that. I think that this song puts me in the world, and that's what I love about it. So it's really fascinating actually that I think we've taken it in such different ways, because to me it's such a grounded song.
Yeah.
I don't
To me, it feels like the bridge of Dear Rita.
So
it's like
true.
I'm walking
Yeah.
through the streets of my city
Yeah.
at nighttime in disguise
Yeah.
sometimes, and like just looking at how people live around me
Yeah.
in a way,
It puts
and
me
maybe
in the
comparing
world.
my life to them or whatever it is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
puts me in the world as well.
Yeah, I can't view it through the phone lens because
No.
the sole reason I love this song is because it puts me in the world.
I'm going to put it at the end of Superior. I
Mm.
do really like, well, yeah, I am.
You like The Smallest Man more?
I do love the imagery I get with this song. Oh, God. Is that just really offensive, though, to say that I look in people's windows more than
No.
the smallest man?
No, I've done it. I'm a bit offended
Maybe I
by
do
how
feel
low
that way.
Who's Afraid of Little Old May is.
I know. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Prophecy.
Prophecy. Oh, my
Superior song.
God. So superior. I
What is
love
one
the
to
Prophecy.
say about the Prophecy other than it's a superior song?
This was also in my top 5.
Yes, it was. It was.
But I do fear it might have to be if we're only doing 5. Is that what we're allowing?
Well,
If not, then I'm gonna pop it right up to top 30 worthy.
I think maybe we should make it 6.
Okay, all right. I will pop the Prophecy up into top 30.
Okay, great.
I
Yes.
just think that this is one of the most vulnerable, beautiful songs that Taylor's ever written. I mean, it just strikes a chord, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about the Prophecy.
I think it's going after I Hate It Here.
Yeah.
It's just that bitch.
Yeah.
It's that bitch.
Cassandra.
Yes. Oh, yes.
This
Yeah.
is the other one for me that is going in Sometimes It's a Skip. I'm gonna put it after Thank You, Aimee, I think. Cassandra, I think, is a really great song. It's just not always a song I feel like listening to. It's very metaphorical, and I don't know, I just think it's one of those songs that I just don't feel like I'm obsessed with it.
I do love Cassandra. I definitely think that there are a lot of songs that I listen to and maybe resonate with a lot more than Cassandra, but there's just something about its vibe that like really draws me in and makes me want to listen to it quite a bit.
Yeah.
God, I actually fear this is going to be controversial.
What are you gonna do?
No, pause. Something does need to change about my superior category. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't know if I'm agreeing with the order anymore. I'm going to put Cassandra there, but I am questioning if I like it more than Down Bad. I don't know if I feel that way though. I think that maybe you're right. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? Oh God. It needs to be higher, I fear.
Yeah, I do.
But why is The Smallest Man so low? I don't know. Something's just wrong.
Don't you sometimes skip some of these songs?
Sometimes I skip The Smallest Man.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
all right. I'll put it number 1 down there. I think I need to be even more brutally honest with myself about my dissatisfaction with the outro of Fresh Out the Slammer.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to put it at the bottom of
Okay.
Superior.
And until the circus life made me mean.
No, do you know what? I'm just going to move Down Bad down.
Yeah. And not Fortnight.
I think I need to leave Fortnight there
Okay.
because it's too deeply superior. Like, I
Yeah.
can't be that brutal with it.
Where are we up to? Oh, Peter! Yes!
Peter!
Guys, you know we love Peter.
Oh, Peter's going straight to the top.
Peter's going straight to the top.
Up, up to the top.
I think at this point, because there is another deeply superior song coming up, I'm going to put it at number 2.
I'm questioning if it's number 2, but I'm also questioning my deep, deep love for the Tortured Poets department.
I love that has, that's really gone up.
It has. Peter will always... No, I'm sorry. Peter is number 2.
Peter
it
is
is just
so
actually a fact
special.
of life. It's a
Yeah.
fact of life. I'm
It's
sorry,
a
but
fact
it is.
of life. It's a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It's a lot to come to terms with. Because also the next song, The Bolter, is... I struggle to know if it's The Bolter or Peter as number 2 for me. I think that they fluctuate. I think that The Bolter is just perfection. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
That's just the matter of it. The fact of the matter. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed. Today, on this day, I think it's Peter. Maybe because we've just broken it down. But it's just, Peter is just so special.
I know where I want the bolter to be.
But it can't fit. Well, that's okay. It just needs to go at the top of your Deeply Concerning.
No! No, it can't. It's the bolter. No, it cannot.
The Bolter, I think it's so perfect because it's so storytelling, and I think that really fits for this kind of album. But it's also just got the most fucked up melodies. I love a song that has progression. It's how she strings the lyrics together that I think makes me really just love it. I find it so satisfying. Also, I guess that the relatable feeling of not knowing who the right person is and feeling like you have to constantly kind of bail.
Yes.
I think that it's the other coin to the prophecy, which I did say when we broke that down. But I feel like it's like depending on how she feels that day, whether she's feeling kind of confident in herself and kind of like, yeah, I've lived a lot of lives, I've done a lot of things, and I'm a bit picky, you know. Sometimes that's how it goes. Or it's like, oh my God, why won't this ever work out for me? Kind of thing. Like I feel like they're two, which makes sense because they're both up there for me, but I feel like I love the diversity in that feeling.
I want to fucking die right now. I actually want to die. I think that it does go here.
Mm-hmm. If you get to keep that, I get to put my boy up there. How about we do that?
The top 30 worthy, put my boy up there. Please take me out of my misery. Put a 7th song in there.
Yay.
Good. Okay. Robin.
Now.
No.
Robin is the only no. No.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mika. Sometimes the feeling's just not there, and it's the only song on the album that I feel this way about.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys can understand.
Yes, I think that maybe you can. Guys, it is raining and it is loud.
It's
So
come.
sorry.
The rains have come. The Manuscript. Oh God, this is a hard one to place because I do fear that. No, I think I know what I need to do. I'm gonna move Chloe or Sam up here now that I've done that one move, and I'm gonna put the Manuscript here at the top of Superior.
Okay, fair.
I do struggle with putting it above But Daddy I Love Him because I think overall But Daddy I Love Him maybe I do prefer as a sonic song, but I think the meaning of the Manuscript hits me harder.
Sure.
So it's
yes,
a hard,
it's very emotional.
Hard.
I agree. It is beautiful, and it's so important to Taylor's story and to the story of All Too Well, which is obviously a song that holds a very special place in most Swifties' hearts. So it's very hard to ever feel like the Manuscript isn't like
important.
Like it just is, you know.
It just is, yeah.
I think I'm going to put it in Superior. I think I'm going to put it in between Who's Afraid of Little Old Me and Down Bad.
Nice.
I think that that's how I feel about it. When I'm in the mood to like really take in that emotion, it's extremely powerful and I love it so much, but I'm not often in that very specific mood.
Yeah.
And so I think that it is less listenable than some of the other songs that I've got above it. So that's how I feel. But I do love the Manuscript.
Sense. Yeah, it is. It's a hard one. Okay, let's take a moment and have a little look at our list here.
Wow, I really said that I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is my second least favorite song on this album, and unfortunately, I do agree.
God, I'm feeling a little bit ill about maybe swapping Who's Afraid of Little Old Me and Clara Bow, but I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to let it sit.
You do love Clara Bow.
You know.
It is hard, isn't it?
I feel like maybe I might love it more than the Tortured Poets department. Maybe I need to do that.
I think that you do.
And I also think I'm going to put I Can Do It With a Broken Heart and The Smallest Man up like that.
I feel good about my overall ranking. I do feel like that is how I feel today.
Are there any other thoughts that we feel like we just need to wrap up maybe the general feeling of this album?
Yeah, you know, I think something that I've come to terms with this album is that I think objectively you can absolutely argue that this is Taylor Swift's best work to date. However, I do feel pretty confident in saying it's not my favorite work of hers to date. I think that there are albums that she's made that penetrate me deeper than what this album has, and I do think that maybe that is the relatability factor of this narrative about her relationship with Maddie Healy and the fact that that's not an experience I can relate to personally. This album, she made it for us. She made it for the fans. It is so incredibly poetic. It's a double album. It's basically 2 fucking albums, like hell. And it literally is one of the best albums she's ever made. Like, it's so superior. But yeah, I think that in terms of recent albums, it still doesn't touch Evermore for me.
No, I'm not sure if it cracks my top 3 Taylor Swift albums.
No, I feel the same. I definitely think this album will only get better and better and better. And I think, you know, we can only really see what it is and place it amongst other albums as we go on with newer and newer eras. And so I think that there will come a day where we all wake up and we might go, holy shit, like Tortured Poets, that was 10 years ago. And that was a standout.
Yeah.
You know, like that could be the case for this album and I would not be fucking mad because it's that good of an album.
It is. I will say, like, sonically, this album is beautiful, and I think that there's a lot of sounds on this album that I'd love her to explore more. Like you said, that kind of soft rock energy on Guilty as Sin.
Yes.
The So High School sound. Can't wait to see where she continues to go after this, because this was such a huge closing chapter for her.
Yes.
As we now know, over the last 10 years, and maybe is that bookend that will help make a lot of previous songs make sense to us.
It's kind of...
Oh my god, our original.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Thank you, Ducky. We're going to compare to our old one.
Almost forgot to compare this to our original ranking. Okay, I had in my top 5 Guilty as Sin. Well, actually, there was way more.
So many. Oh my god. Okay.
Guilty as Sin, So High School, The Prophecy, Peter, The Volta, So Long London. How did it end? It's okay, so it hasn't changed that much, honestly.
No, it hasn't.
Maybe the ordering a little bit. The Volta and Peter have been moved up. And also, I have dropped How Did It End quite significantly. But Daddy, I love him.
Yes.
Okay, but then, oh my god, I did have I'm Gonna Get You Back up there. I thought
You
it
did.
was so much lower.
Oh my gosh, you did. So it looks like it's grown a little bit for you, but
Yeah, okay.
not too much. It was already up there.
Yes.
Wow, Fresh Out the Slammer was high
Yeah.
on your original
and
one.
so was the Alchemy.
Wow.
No. Okay, and then the other ones, like, it's kind of similar. I think Chloe Sam has definitely been the one that I fathomed the most.
Yeah.
And I think, obviously, the Still Need to Fathom category is also
A lot of
switched up
them have
quite
gone
a lot.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Florida, LOML, The Black Dog,
The Manuscript.
The Manuscript.
Yeah, a lot of them have definitely gone up. Okay, yeah, look, the Torture Poets department has really grown. That makes sense. It was originally quite toward, kind of in the mid-range, deeply concerning previously.
Yeah.
Chloe or Sam has definitely risen as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's funny, looking at my Still Need to Fathom, like, honestly, other than the Manuscript, like, most of those are still quite down the bottom for me. So I guess I kind of had an initial gut instinct about those. So that's interesting.
Okay,
Clara Bow is concerningly low
Yes.
on this ranking.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for being with us for all of this time, talking about the Torture Poets department. It has really been a long time coming that we get to the end of discussing this album. Oh yes, the Black Dog has to come in.
Say hi. Well, you know.
Yeah, chicken, you know you gotta say goodbye. Yes, love you guys so much, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.